We'd like to call to order the February 9th, 2017 Recreation Committee meeting. All commissioners are present except Councilman Aaron Lawler. Commissioner Joseph will lead us into prayer and invocation.
Look down our heads. Heavenly Father, please give us the power and the strength to make the right decision for our kids today for recreation. Make sure all our kids in the recreation parks they play in will be safe and home free. Oh Lord, bless this great state, this great nation, and most of all, bless all our armed forces servicemen that serve this great country to give us the freedom that we have today. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to remind anyone who wants to speak to fill out the public comment card. Those cards can be found at the podium. With that, we'll go to agenda item number 4, the director's report.
Okay. Good evening, Councilman and Chairman. Just want to update you that we did get the signs in for Southwood Park since we made the improvements to try to keep vandalism and theft down. Those signs are installed. The park is being locked down at dark. It opens in the morning. So far, we haven't had any calls about problems from it.
Right.
And with that, the speaker is wanting to speak on that. So do you want him to do it now, or you want me to finish his report?
I mean, you come speak now, Mr. Billy Bertram.
Yeah, he's on
You come speak now.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
We had a problem the last meeting we had here. It was on a Saturday afternoon. We had a bunch of people come to the park, about 30 of them. Was hauled in there with pickup trucks, and they started playing basketball. Well, it turned into a big fight and arguing, cursing, just so on and so on. Well, right at dark, a neighbor went across there and asked, "Hey guys, the park's about to close." Well, it turned into a big old pissing match. Anything you can think of, that's what was being said. When they decided to leave, they made a mess back there. Throw rocks, left out there like a bunch of animals. And that Monday, I called Ricky and told him what had took place and all, and I said, with your permission, I would like to cut the goals down. And with Ricky's permission, we cut them down. Since them goals have left, it's a whole different park. You got people coming now from the neighborhood with their family at the park. There's no more problems back there. It's just amazing taking them goals out of there. There's really no more problem back there. There's not a whole lot for the kids to do back there, but it's no more what we was talking about back there. It's gone. It's really nice, peaceful back to the park. It's hardly anybody even go back there with vehicles anymore. Like I say, family members from the park are coming in there with their kids and doing what they can do back there. So I just want to say that's a big, big change just by the goals leaving. I don't know what the plan is from here for us fixing it back like a park for the kids, because there's really hardly nothing left back there for them to do. The swings have been taken up from back there. I don't know what was the deal on that, but the way it is right now is very peaceful. And I want to tell Ricky thanks for giving us the permission to do that, because that's been a big burden gone for us. Where y'all go from here now with the park, I hope to see we do something, make it more like a kid park, because I think the riffraff is gone.
Awesome.
So just want to say thank y'all.
All right, I'll get back to the report. In anticipation of 2017 season, work has begun at Stevens Park. We are having our survey crews come out and help with the lining, so we get distance with a laser to put our bases down and stuff like that. Contract for Roger Kluart electrical work and Butch Gore replacement were awarded last week. We gave the notice to proceed today to the contractor for the Butch Gore light poles. So that work should be started. He got the notice to proceed for Monday, so Monday will kick it off. It's a 45-day contract. It's got liquidated damages in it if it's not completed in 45 days. I'm gonna go to this. All-Stars in the past years, the Parish Recreation Department has always paid the entry fee for any team who made it all the way to the World Series. You have to win a lot of games to get this far, and it's now best on best. It is our understanding that there was a girls' team from our West Ascension All-Star basketball team who went to the Nationals last year. This is their World Series. Not only did they go, but they won it. I would propose adding that any Ascension basketball team who makes it to the Nationals have their fees paid to enter this tournament. I would also like to remind coaches on the east and west side for all activities that All-Stars are a privilege. All-Stars should never interfere with regular season play. I would propose that in a single season, All-Star participants be required to play a set amount of season or a set amount of games as to keep the league honest. No scheduled parish activities will ever be changed because of All-Star play. Number 5 is field prep has started in anticipation spring season. We're looking forward to having our kids back in the park. We got a little presentation. I want to bring up that we had some storm damage from the tornado day before yesterday. So we have a little tape we're going to roll. Let y'all see some of the damage we received from that storm. Field where we had a tornado hit down yesterday. We got the crews out here taking down and making it safer to get people back in the park as quick as possible.
Walk us through a little bit of what we're seeing behind you here and then what around the rest of the park, what might have happened.
We got right here where we're standing, we got 2 batting cages that was blowed over and taken down by the wind. We got some damage to our fence, cyclone fence here. We also have some bleachers back here that got thrown across the fence out by the road that's damaged. Back further in this corner, back behind us here, we have a pavilion that it twisted and jacked the legs on it, and we're taking it down because of safety reasons, trying to make it safe so it don't fall on any residents that come in the park.
What's the plan moving forward as far as getting the park safe again? You got guys working behind you here doing the demo, so talk about a little bit what they're doing and what we're going to be seeing next.
We already started requisitioning some stuff. We got to get this fence rebuilt, this cyclone fence, because if we don't, the park stays open and people can come in and out. The fence will be rebuilt first. We'll haul off all this material that's damaged and get rid of it so it'll be safe. The crew, I got my whole crew out here addressing these problems today. I want the public to know we're going to try to get it back as safe as possible, as quick as possible. Bear with us. We're going to be doing all we can do in a timely manner, Anyway, we estimating that the damage cost is going to be somewhere between $130,000 and $150,000. And right now, we can't answer how quick we're going to come back with this stuff. That pavilion we took down was 40 by 80. And, I mean, it actually pulled the bolts out of concrete. They were 5 8-inch thick bolts. So it was pretty twisted up there. I'll get to baseball. Is that on? Let me see. Baseball registration up. Well, let's go. We got to go with the naming next. I'm through with my report.
Councilman Joseph has a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, since you had the fairground on that. Ricky, you said it's going to cost about
It's somewhere between $130,000 and $150,000
All
worth
right.
of damage.
Okay. Ricky, where is that money coming from?
At this point, it's not budgeted, and I can't, like I said, I can't answer when we're going to get back to getting this stuff in place. I mean, some things we're going to have to move forward on, and that's what I want you to understand about budget. We budget stuff to do in parks, almost every park, every year. But when you have incidents like this, one park might get left behind because you have to move that money to go and get this up and running because the public's got ball season coming up, So I want to make y'all aware that that's the way the budgets work.
Well, and look, I'm asking that question because I know recreation is a funding problem. We all do know that. And when we have tragedies like this here, we got in Santa Monica, we have it in Galvez, and now you have it in Donaldsonville. Our budget just we just don't have it in our budget to do all that.
You're right.
And so, I mean, I want the public to understand we're gonna do everything we can.
Keep in mind, in 7 months, we've had a flood that devastated our department. We had a windstorm, took down some light poles that has to be repaired, okay, and now we had a tornado. So in 7 months, the recreation department's taken a pretty good hit.
Why you say lights? I mean, that's one of the things when I rode over there. All the lights are safe at the fairground.
We noticed since the storm that we have one of the major lights on La that has a split in the base of it. Now, we didn't notice it before the storm, but we do have it on the radar. We are gonna look and see if it's safe. We'll have to get
That's the
some more.
concrete one.
Yes.
What the cost of that?
I would say for one pole, concrete as tall as they are, you're probably looking at $40,000, $50,000 for one pole.
Okay, and next thing is baseball season in Donaldsonville. When would they be able to look at going on and playing their games? We have, we have the little baseball, and then we also have an agreement with Ascension Catholic.
Right
When
now,
that park would be safe for them.
I think as far as the park safety is pretty much ready to go.
Okay.
The only thing we're missing batting cages, and we're gonna address that as soon as we can. We will try to work the smaller items in, but the large cost items, we're gonna have to wait on, unless they're a danger. Like the pavilion, we're not gonna build it back real quick because it's gonna be major cost.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Councilman Lambert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm back on the Council on Aging Board. Ms. Darlene, I'd like an update on that skate park or what's going on over there now as far as opening and closing.
Me and Kenny Matasta, the parish president, yesterday met with Ms. Darlene. We're looking at some options. Starting Monday, the park will be locked down at dark by the Gonzales Police Department, and we will open it in the mornings. So that's the plan going forward right now. And they're talking about some other things, but I think they wanted to get in touch with some other people before we put out exactly what's going on.
Well, I was in full.
She was in the meeting yesterday.
Good, okay. I just wanted to make sure because
She's willing to let this go forward, what we discussed yesterday, and then come back with a plan, and then she'll see whether she's gonna agree or not agree with it.
Yeah, because I was in full support of this, and if this is not going to work for our seniors, I'm going to recommend that we close it, or we're going to do something else.
She has legitimate concerns. Last week, she had some people try to break into her vans, and they used crowbars. They done some damage to her vans on site.
Yeah.
But she does have camera systems up now, and they did make an arrest
Okay,
for
good.
some of the damage that was caused last week.
Thank you, Ricky, for
All right.
doing that.
All right, with that, we'll go to agenda item number 5, gym renovation change order number 1. Amy Johnson.
Good evening. We have a change order for the gym renovation. 2 of the items on here, y'all have a copy of the change order? Okay. I apologize. I did not realize y'all would not have a copy, but if I can figure out, can we change to this, the screen here? Okay. They said they're coming, so y'all can see it. I'll start talking about it. The 2 of the backboards were damaged. Can y'all see it? The top there, is it bright enough? 2 of the backboards, original backboards, were damaged, and we want to keep them in there. Of course, we're reusing all of them. The padding around the edges and a clamp was missing. So these are kind of maintenance items that the Recreation Department would have to take care of, but we really want the project to be complete and not leave those things hanging after. So that's part of it. The volleyball nets, we had an alternate for the floor to change from the VCT, which was, if I'm saying it right, which was this thick rubber floor, to replace it with a wood floor. Now, I know we've had some questions about the wood. So when we say it's wood, it's a laminate wood. They use it in high-traffic facilities. It will hold up. It's not a hardwood. So we don't have to worry about that. We're not going to be able to do anything else in the in the gym, and I know that's been a concern. The issue that we had is that this, you'll see how thick this flooring is, and the new laminate floor is very thin. So there's sleeves that the volleyball nets set in. Well, those have to be changed now because we accepted the alternate. So they'll have to be changed out. That's the largest item you see on this list. But one of the things we were able to capture is we actually, with the flooring that we went with, got a $3,400 credit with the company we went with. So that was able to adjust this just a wee bit. And then again, you'll see the edge pads on the goals. So you'll see the total for the change order we're requesting is $3,778. And those are the 4 items in it. Which one is the actual rebate, $3,400?
I so move.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Joseph, second by Councilman Lambert. Any objections? No objections. Motion passes.
Thank you.
I think we have Ms. Terry Dupree here. Did you want to just speak to, just give a update or?
I'm David Dupre with Meyer Engineers. You're talking about the Hillaryville Park? Is that where we are?
I think, I called you up a little too early. Hold on. Look to get to agenda number 6. Then I call him back up.
All right.
Okay. And with that, we are on agenda item number 6. But Ricky, do you want to go first, or do you want Mr. Dupree to speak
He
first?
can go first since he's
Okay.
up.
We'll go to agenda item number 6.
Okay, yeah, we have a proposal to do a pavilion and bathroom building within the pavilion at Hillaryville Park restroom. So that's the item. I'm not sure if you want me to
Yeah.
talk about it more or what.
That's what I was gonna bring up in my report, and I discussed it with the chairman. We are looking at doing a restroom and a pavilion this year. We kinda got a plan picked out. We'll probably be starting next month. The reason it's been held off so far is because we've been having a lot of wet weather. We're gonna go out there first and do some earthwork. We have to elevate the property. It's pretty low. We have some problems with a lot of drainage problems out there. So we will build a pad before we put this pavilion up. I mean, it only makes sense that you do it right, and we won't have all this water standing around it. So we got some earthwork to do first, and once we get that done, then we'll move forward on putting the pavilion and the restroom facility in.
And that pavilion and the restroom is to go along with the gym equipment that's out there, the playground equipment, and the walking
Yeah.
track that's currently out there.
Now I don't know if I think you was made aware, that playground equipment, we have a slide that we probably gonna have to go dismantle. Someone set fire to it and melted it. It's plastic. I think you've seen pictures of that.
Were we able to find out who did it, or?
No, there's no way. We don't have cameras out there, so
Okay.
we have no idea who did that.
I know I guess this is slightly off subject. I know we're having a lot of problem with vandals at evidently all the parks. Is there any type of way, or is there any money in type of budget for us to have either, I guess you call it maybe a park ranger that can travel to the parks at night when the parks are closed, just to try to cut down on these type of activities that's going on? Because, if let's say hypothetically, they're getting vandalized to the tune of $10,000 to $15,000 a year, what would be the price for us to have maybe a one park ranger that's contracted to, like Securitas or something of that nature, to travel to the parks to try to make sure?
My opinion, that would be a good idea, but it's not in our budget. It would, it would be something that y'all would have to find money for that position to be created.
Well, what I'd like to try to do is see, can we at least get some type of quotes on it and compare it to the type of repairs that we're getting hit with every year due to vandalism. I mean, if it's cheaper than what we're paying for repairs every year, it may be cheaper for us to have the security guard driving around and cutting down on things that's getting vandalized versus us not having it and having these issues come up at all these different parks?
We'll look into it. We'll get you some prices on security or maybe an employee. We'll bring it back to the next meeting.
Okay.
But we are having a lot of problem with vandalism.
And is that multiple parks, correct?
It's pretty much every park,
Right.
you know.
So, I mean, if they're creating that type of damage, I think it's something to maybe look into, because, I mean, they don't have to be out all times of the night, but that's just somebody that comes once it gets dark to monitor the parks.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you go there, most of the kids are not going to be there 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They'll go there after school,
Right.
and once it turns dark, that's probably when most of the damage is being done,
Right.
you know. We'll look into that.
Okay.
Bring it back next month.
Councilman Joseph.
Rick, these parks that's being vandalized, do they have security lights?
Some do, some don't.
You know, I mean, I don't, you know,
Sometimes a light invites activity at night.
well, I
And
mean,
sometimes it discourages activity.
you
So, I
know,
mean, it's-
right, I mean, I have lighting district, so you know, I'm just saying, I have, most of my parks have lights in them, and they normally cut off at, or they stay on, you know, and,
Don't we have some graffiti on the wall at Lala right now? I'm not throwing it out because it's your district, but we got graffiti out there as we speak.
yeah, but I mean,
And we try to get out there and paint it as soon as
yeah,
possible.
but it's not like,
Yeah,
I mean, we used to be real bad.
Yeah.
I mean, believe me, real bad. But, you know, we put up some lights around it, and it did, you know, stop a whole lot of it, you know. But that's another thing.
I mean,
You know, having a park light up, and that's a cost too. But,
they got a camera systems, they work, but they expensive, and the monitoring fees, I mean, you're talking, if you done every park, you're looking at probably $150,000, $200,000 a year, just put cameras up, you know? Right.
so,
All right. Well, then we'll go to agenda item number 7.
Baseball update.
What- Did we
Oh,
need,
you
did we need a motion on the Hillary Park?
Was that in the budget or?
Yeah, there's $100,000 in the budget for
Do we need a
Hillary.
motion, or is it?
And let me go back on that. The reason, this is something we put off last year.
Right.
This was a swap off because the Hillaryville Park that was in existence, it was, used as a sewer treatment facility. And the
federal law.
parish had to go and buy property somewhere else to build a park. So we're in the infant stage of trying to bring it up into park status. And, there were some timelines. This was supposed to be done. Because of the flood last year, we pushed it out of last year's budget into this year's budget. So we need to move forward with something, and we did have $100,000 budgeted
Move,
for
Mr.
it.
Chairman.
Got a motion by Councilman Lambert,
second.
second by Councilman Joseph. Any objection? No objection, the motion passes.
Thank you.
With that, we'll go to agenda item number 7, the baseball update.
Okay, the online registration for boys baseball and t-ball, the ages 3 to 5 will be closing down Sunday, February 19th. Ages 6 through 18 will be closing Sunday, February 5th. In-person registration, it's closed already. So that's the update on it, and that's going on as we speak. The Girls Softball Association, you can go online and register through their organization, and I don't see a date when they shut down.
I think all of them are posted on Channel 21 also,
Oh.
Rick.
They'll shut down. The in-person registration will be on February 22nd from 6 to 8 at Oak Grove, and Saturday, March the 4th, 9 to 12 at Butch Gore Memorial Park. So that's ongoing right now. I think Johnsonville started their registration. They haven't yet.
They got their forms ready, so they're about to.
Okay, so they're about to go out and
Next
start
week. I
their,
think next week, February 25th, he gonna start, something
Okay.
like that.
so that's ongoing.
We'll take as agenda item number 7 and 8. With that, we go down to agenda item number 9, the Richard Brown Community Center update.
Okay, there's a meeting set at the Gonzales Police Department Monday, February 13th at 4 o'clock. We're gonna be meeting, at the police department there, because we also asking Mr. Sherman Jackson to be involved in this. We're gonna dedicate the Oak Grove Community Center, not Oak Grove, I'm sorry, the Gosman Community Center. We're looking at dedicating the name after Richard Brown. So we're just starting. The date that it's supposed to, this commencement will happen is on April 28th is the targeted date right now, that'll happen. So that's just to get y'all up and see we are moving forward on that too.
Very good. Any questions? Okay. With that, we'll move to agenda item number 10.
Motion adjourned, Mr. Chairman.
Motion to adjourn by Councilman Lambert, second by Councilman Lambert. Meeting adjourned.